What is life? Life is simple. It's choice and consequence. Choice and consequence. You make choices, you take the consequences. Nice, not so nice. From those consequences, you make new choices, and you face consequences, new choices, consequences. And you hopefully learn from this process of choice and consequence to make better choices of more benefit to you. But what we've been doing since this pandemic hoax was played is we've been making choices and having consequences. Choices and consequences. It's what life is. And we've been making choices, or vast numbers of people have, that say, I will acquiesce to it, I will accept it. And that's led to consequences. And those consequences get more and more severe the more we make the choice to acquiesce and not say no. We are not acquiescing to our own enslavement. And those choices need to change urgently. And like I say, I said many years ago, this has got to get really, really bad before we can turn it around. Because only when people in enormous numbers are looking this in the face and can't deny it anymore, only then have we got a chance of turning this around. Because before that point is reached, there'll always be a story and an excuse not to look this in the eye, but to acquiesce and prevaricate. And it allows them to go more and more along the road of extremes. But there comes a point where you can't deny it anymore. And surely we're there now. And if we're not there now, we're going to be very shortly. We can't deny that there is a force at work that I could call it evil, but evil would probably sue for defamation of character. I mean, we are talking super evil and super psychopaths. And there's not many of them compared with us, which is why they have to divide and rule us and get us at war with each other, so that they can go along their path unchallenged. But what has happened in this period is very large, very significant numbers of people have looked at what is happening, and the penny has dropped. It's pulled a lot of people more into the coma because of fear. But it's also woke a lot of people up to look at the world and say, actually, there is something going on, isn't there? And what we need now is for those people to cross the street, to move from a point of view where they're starting to see it. And at davidicke.com, we get emails from the public all the time. I mean, they're just enormous in number now. And you read as many as you can, and you can see how people who only in the last few weeks during this hoax have kind of opened their mind to the world from another angle, and they write to you about a situation or whatever, and you can see they got it. They got it in weeks. And they can see why something's happening where they couldn't see it before. Because it comes out of the subconscious into the conscious mind, and you can see it. Like I say, this cult works through the subconscious mind. It's working in the subconscious. That's why it works in the hidden. The subconscious is hidden from the conscious mind. They're all expressions of the same thing. And when you put information out, like I've been doing for 30 years, etc., is what you're doing for people that actually take the trouble to read it, is you're pulling out of the subconscious into the conscious mind what the hell is going on. And so people suddenly see it. But the next stage is crossing the street and not just seeing it, but ceasing to cooperate with it, ceasing to engage with it. Of course, that will be the end of it. We're holding this human control system together. Therefore, we have the power to unravel it. And it can happen so fast once people learn to say no, instead of finding an excuse to acquiesce, because they'd rather not face the consequences of saying no. And if enough people say no, there are no consequences. What consequences were there for all those people on the beaches when they announced, declared a major incident? There was no consequences, too many people not cooperating. This is what can happen if people would only do it. And the longer we leave it, the more extreme it's going to become. Very fast, it's going to become more extreme than we even are now.